Hello guys, welcome back to the lecture series of concrete technology. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about strength of concrete. Strength of we are going to see about strength of concrete. Understand? So we know that it means based upon the stages of concrete, the concrete have been classified into two types: fresh concrete and another one is hardened concrete. It means the concrete, whenever it is fresh or whenever it has been prepared, immediately it will be called as a fresh concrete. It means the concrete which is in wet condition or wet position, and which so in that case that is called as a fresh concrete. And once the concrete with the passage of time became hardened like stone, so in that case that concrete is called as hardened concrete. Understand now? And the quality of fresh concrete we can measure in terms of workability, and the quality of hardened concrete we can measure in terms of strength. Okay, now so in this video lecture we are going to see about how can we measure the quality of concrete. Understand? It means the quality of concrete we can measure or we can justify in terms of its strength. Understand? So and we can in terms of strength we can measure the quality of hardened concrete. Understand? So this is the objective of this class, and in this class we are going to discuss about the strength of concrete. It means the strength of hardened concrete, or the how can we measure the quality of hardened concrete we are going to see. Understand? So generally we can define strength of concrete as the strength of concrete is commonly considered its most valuable property, although in many practical cases other characteristics such as durability, permeability may in fact more important, but compared to all other parameters, the strength of concrete is the most important parameter in case of hardened concrete. And the strength usually gives an overall picture of the quality of concrete, because strength is directly related to the structure of the hydrated cement paste, and the strength of concrete could be defined as the ultimate, it means could be defined as the ultimate load that causes failure. Understand? So it means generally we can define strength of concrete as resistance against failure. Resistance against failure. Understand? And also in case of hardened concrete, the resistance against failure may be defined as the strength, and also the durability of the structure. Understand? Constructed with the concrete also measured in terms of resistance against failure. It means the strength of concrete we can measure in terms of resistance against failure, and also the durability of concrete we can measure in terms of resistance against failure. Understand? And the strength of concrete maybe depends upon three parameters of concrete. I will show you on what parameters the strength of concrete may depends. Mostly the strength of concrete will depend upon three parameters. The first one is its characteristic strength. Characteristic strength of concrete is nothing but a 28-day strength is called as characteristic strength of concrete. And next one is the modulus of elasticity. And next one is the creep and shrinkage of concrete. So the strength of concrete we can measure by using these parameters. So first one is the characteristic strength of concrete. Next one, modulus of elasticity or elastic modulus of concrete. And next one is the creep of concrete and shrinkage of concrete. By using these parameters we can justify the strength of concrete. Understand? And the 28 days strength of concrete is generally called as characteristic strength of concrete. It can be measured by using FCK. Understand? And the characteristic strength of concrete we can estimate by determining by determining its compressive strength for 28 days, and by determining its tensile strength for 28 days, and by determining its flexure or the flexural strength for 28 days. Understand? No? It means by using 28 days strengths in terms of compression, in terms of tension, and also in terms of flexion, we can conclude the characteristic strength of concrete. And by using its modulus of elasticity, and by using creep and shrinkage of concrete, it means by using all these major parameters, we can conclude the strength of concrete. Understand? So this is the most important one we should know. And here, before going to the strength of concrete, we should go for three terms basically. Understand? So what is a stress, what is a strength, and what is a strain? We should discuss about these three parameters. Understand? So we can know that we all know that what is a stress, what is a strength, and what is a strain. Understand? No? So these three are called as 3S of concrete. 3S of concrete. First one is stress, strain, and strength. Understand? So we all know that deformation. Deformation, it is we can say it is one of the failure of concrete. Understand? So because whenever a load have been applied on a concrete structure, it can undergo deformation. Understand? And whenever a load have been applied on a structure, some stress will be developed within the structure. Understand? And whenever the stress have been developed, or whenever the substance or structure have been undergone some deformation, certain strain will be developed. Understand? Okay, so stress is nothing but the load acting per unit area, or the resistance developed within the body per unit area against the load acting. Understand? So that is called as a stress. And strain is nothing but the deformation per unit length, or the deformation per unit dimension of the substance is called as a strain. And strength is nothing but the resistance of this substance or of the structure against the failure due to load is called as a strength. Okay now, so these three things we should know. Understand? Now it means the weight or load applied to the concrete, we mean generally we can consider it as a stress, and the concrete's ability to carry the weight or load. Understand? So it is called as a strength. And strain is nothing but how much the concrete stretches or compresses when carrying a load. That is called as a strain in concrete. Understand? So the strength of concrete we can measure by using its characteristic first of all. So the characteristic strength of concrete we can measure by using three strengths: compressive strength, tensile strength, and shear strength. Flexural strength. Okay now, so first we will see about the compressive strength. The compressive strength of concrete is defined as the strength of 28 days. Understand? 28 days old specimens tested under a load, under an axial compressive load. Understand? And the testing of okay, I will explain you that. First one is the compressive strength. The compressive strength of concrete is defined as the strength of 28 days old specimens. Understand? It means which have been tested under axial compressive load. And the testing and the compressive load of the compressive strength of concrete we can test by using two types of specimens. One is cubes and another one is cylinders. Understand? So you can see here the compressive strength of cylinder we can measure by using compression testing machine. You can see here the testing of a cylindrical sample with 15 cm diameter and 30 cm height is standard. Understand? So its dia should be 15 cm and its height should be 30 cm. And by conducting the compressive strength test on this type of cylinder, we can measure the compressive strength. And coming to cubes, 15 cm, 15 cm, 15 cm. Okay now, so the dimensions which are having a concrete cube, that only we can use for the compression testing machine. And normally the compressive strength of concrete is determined by testing on the tensile strength and modulus of elasticity are expressed in terms of compressive strength. And the compressive strength of concrete is defined as the 20 days old specimens. And there are three failure modes in cylinder, especially. Understand? No? So there are axial compression failure, and next with the it means columnar piece, and next with the shear failure. Understand? No? So three types of failures are there. So that is another thing. It means the what is the resistance within the specimen against that failure is called as its strength. And next one is the tensile strength. The tensile strength you can see here. Tensile strength. The tensile strength of concrete is much lower than the compressive strength. Largely because of the edge with which cracks can propagate under tensile loads. The tensile strength of concrete is measured in three ways: direct tension, splitting tension, and next one is the flexural tension. So by using these three methods, we can calculate the tensile strength of concrete. Direct tension test, split tension test, and next one is the flexural tension test. Understand? And direct tension test we can conduct on concrete specimen or on a concrete cylinder like this. If you apply tension load on concrete specimen like this, that is called as a direct tension test. And the next one is that if you apply tensile load on concrete specimen or on concrete cylinder like this, understand? So that is called as a split tensile test. And if you apply load on cylinder like this, understand? So that is called as flexural tensile strength of concrete. Understand? And one more thing is that it is difficult to test concrete in direct tension because of the problem of gripping the specimen satisfactorily, and because there must be no eccentricity of the applied load. So therefore the direct tensile test is not standardized. Understand? So this is not standardized. Nowhere nowadays it is used. Understand? And you can say that the models of rupture test and split test are the commonly used. These two tests are commonly using tests. And one more thing, this is the most important one. We should know that the strength of concrete we can measure in terms of compressive strength, in terms of tension strength, and also in terms of flexure we can measure the strength of concrete. And there is certain relationship between these three types of strengths of concrete. Understand? And one more thing we should know that the tensile strength of concrete we can measure it as FCT. Understand? And the split tensile strength of concrete we can measure it as FCTS. And the flexural strength of concrete we can measure in terms of FCTF. Understand? So this is the compressive strength, this is the split tensile strength, and this is the flexural strength. Understand? So there is a relation, but it means between these three strengths. Understand? FCT is equal to 0.35 square root of FCK, and FCTS is equal to 0.5 FCK, and FCTF is equal to 0.64 FCK. 0.64 FCK. Understand? So these are the three types of test, and the relations between the FCT and the characteristic strength of concrete is 0.35 square root of FCK, and the relationship between FCTS and characteristic strength like FCK is 0.5 square root of FCK, and the relationship between FCTF and FCK is that FCTF is equal to 0.64 square root of FCK. Understand? So this is the relation. These are the most important relations of different strengths of concrete we should know, understand or not? It means the tensile strength of concrete is proportional to the square root of the compressive strength. The proportionality constant depends on many factors such as the concrete strength and the test method used to determine the tensile strength. So based upon all these parameters we can able to calculate this, understand or not? And one more important strength of concrete is shear strength and bonding strength. So these are all the most important strengths of concrete what we should know. Okay now, so see here, the shear strength of concrete is taken approximately equal to 20% of its compressive strength. And coming to bond strength, the strength of bond between the steel reinforcement and concrete is called as bond strength of concrete, understand? So it means the bonding between steel, it means the reinforced steel and the concrete is called as bond strength of concrete. Okay, and the bond strength develops primarily due to friction and adhesion between steel and concrete. In general, bond strength is approximately proportional to the compressive strength of concrete up to about 20 MPa. Understand? And one more that we should know coming to strength of concrete, it is impact strength. Impact strength of concrete. Impact strength of concrete is of importance in developing concrete piles, in foundations for machines, exerting impulsive loading, and also when accidental impacts is possible. For example, when handling precast concrete members, we need to measure the impact strength of concrete, and there is no unique relation between the impact strength and another strength of concrete. Understand? No. Okay, see here, there is no relationship between impact strength and compressive strength of concrete. There is no relation between impact strength and tensile strength of concrete, and also there is no relation between impact strength and flexure of concrete, and also there is no relation between impact strength and shear strength of concrete, and also there is no relation between impact strength and bonding strength of concrete. Okay now, so however, some researchers have found that impact strength is somewhat related to its characteristic strength. That's it. Understand? So these are all the different types of strengths. Okay now, in the basically the strength of concrete we can measure in terms of its compressive strength, in terms of its split tensile strength, in terms of its flexural strength, and other than this, we also need to consider shear strength of concrete, bonding strength of concrete, impact strength of concrete, and okay now, and also one more strength is there, that is a fatigue strength. Fatigue strength of concrete. The strength of concrete against cyclic or repeated loading is called as its fatigue strength. Understand? It means fatigue strength of concrete is nothing but the strength of concrete against cyclic or repeated loads is called as its fatigue strength. Understand? And one more thing we should know that it means that there are different strengths of concrete are there. On what parameters all these strengths will depend upon. Understand? So that's what we should know. Initially, we have been discussing that the complete strength of concrete and the durability of concrete is depends upon primarily water cement ratio. It means at the time of manufacturing concrete, we will mix cement with water. Understand now? So the water cement ratio will decide the strength of concrete. And one more thing is that the ratio between cement and aggregate. So these are the two parameters which can decide the strength of concrete. And coming to water cement ratio, we should know a law that is called as Abram's law of water cement ratio. Abram's law for water cement ratio. According to this law, the strength of concrete primarily depends upon the water cement ratio. It means cement paste. And the strength of cement paste depends upon the dilution of the paste. It means the strength of paste increases with cement content and decreases with water content. Understand? So this is what is stated by Abrams. It means the strength of concrete or the strength of cement will increases with the cement content and will decreases with the water content. That's what a statement given by Abrams. Understand? According to this law, okay, assuming full compaction and at a given age and a normal temperature, strength of concrete, understand? Can be taken to be inversely proportional to the water cement ratio. Understand? It means the given temperature and at given conditions, the strength of concrete is inversely proportional to the water cement ratio. That is the statement given by strength of concrete. FCK is inversely proportional to the water cement ratio. Understand? So this is the statement given by Abrams. So that is called as Abrams law. Abrams law is nothing but under full compaction and at given age and normal temperature, the strength of concrete can be taken to be inversely proportional to the water cement ratio. This is called as Abrams law. Okay now. In this session, we have been discussed about the different strengths of concrete and also Abrams law. Understand now? So finally, we can conclude that the entire strength of concrete is depends upon its water cement ratio. Thank you.